Hello, welcome back to this channel. I'm Parvati, a fluid dynamics student, and welcome back to this series where I give you a gist of a concept or a phenomenon and we see if we can weave a story out of it, because sometimes it helps us in retaining the important bits of a concept, or sometimes it helps us in not getting confused between two concepts, and most of the time because it makes learning a lot of fun. So today I will be talking to you about what happens when wind meets the ocean and vice versa. So yeah, see you in a bit. So this whole wind-wave interaction is still a very much ongoing research topic. Today's video will be divided into two parts. The first part we will talk about how wind behaves over a surface, and the second part we will talk about how water behaves when wind blows over it. So let's imagine wind blowing from one direction on an empty plot of land. The wind profile will basically look like this in a region called boundary layer, where the region close to the ground will have a linear profile and the region slightly higher up will have a logarithmic profile. Now the flow can be hydraulically smooth or rough based on the roughness elements. By roughness elements I mean the triangular shaped spikes that you see in the magnified picture, that one. In the case of wind blowing over oceans, it's normally hydraulically smooth, while the wind that you see over urban areas like cities where you have a lot of buildings, it's normally hydraulically rough. The roughness of flow is determined by three factors. First one is the characteristic size of the roughness elements. The second one is the viscosity or the resistance of the fluid to flow. For example, honey is more viscous than water. Second one is the viscosity. And the third one is something called friction velocity, which is basically the measure of how quickly momentum is transferred from the wind to the surface. So in short, wind blowing over an ocean is hydraulically smooth. But there's a catch. So now when wind blows over an ocean, one of the mechanisms that happen is the streamline that you see over the wave. The left side of it, that is the positive slope side of the wave, will have a positive pressure disturbance, while the negative slope side of it, that's the right side of the wave, will have a negative pressure disturbance. This basically makes the wave grow bigger. Another thing that adds to the growth of the wave is basically the transfer of vertical momentum from the wind to the waves. So basically it's a two-way coupling, as in the wind affects the waves, which in turn affects the wind. Or in other words, the outputs of one part of the cycle are inputs to the other part of the cycle. Now what I feel fluid dynamics is trying to tell me is, I guess you already know, is something that is very nicely put by Mufasa when he speaks to Simba in one of his morning sessions, and it goes something like this.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected in the great circle of life.
So yeah, basically what Mufasa said, that we're all connected in this great circle of life, irrespective of our caste, creed, gender, age, nationality, color, and all of those things. It also brings in a feeling of wanting to live a meaningful life, because it reminds me that, my days are in fact numbered. So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week. Till then, take care. Hakuna Matata. Bye.